Kimberly Proctor, an 18-year-old girl, was lured to a house in Langford, Canada. There, she was held captive, tortured, and abused in an extremely brutal manner by two of her school friends, Cameron Moffett, 17, and Cruz Wellwood, 16. This is considered one of the most horrific juvenile cases in Canadian history because of the level of meticulous preparation and the extreme brutality of the perpetrators. Had long been a victim of bullying and was isolated at school. She was a sensitive girl who loved animals and was particularly vulnerable to being a target for the ridicule and abuse. On the day the crime occurred, Wellwood said he wanted to reveal something important to her related to a mutual acquaintance because she still had feelings for Wellwood and went to the house where he lived with his mother. As soon as she stepped inside, Moffett and Wellwood immediately used duct tape to wrap her body tightly and tortured her both physically and mentally for many hours before suffocating her to death. After Kim passed away, these two stuffed her body into a freezer. Later, they put her body into a hockey equipment bag and took it on public transportation to transport it to a trail, where they set it on fire to destroy evidence. Can you believe it? These two guys, one 16 years old, the other 17 years old, everyone. The investigation later showed that the investigators discovered digital footprints in advance that were incredibly terrifying, left behind by the including a series of violent and sexually explicit conversations about fantasies of attacking others, along with many Google searches related to internal organs, bone fractures, and fuel in the days before the crime. The two even used Google Maps to survey suitable locations to dispose of the body in an online game. Wellwood even joked about how he would carry out his violent fantasies by randomly choosing someone to murder just for fun. After Kim's body was discovered on March 19, 2010, the police opened a large-scale investigation and collected over 1.4 billion pages of data to serve the investigation. Moffett and Wellwood were subsequently arrested and interrogated continuously for 2 days. While being escorted to jail, recording devices captured the two laughing and joking, talking very calmly about trivial matters. Wellwood even appeared annoyed because Moffett had confessed too much to the police. Both pleaded guilty to charges of indignity to a human body in April 2011. They were sentenced to life in prison with no parole for the first 15 years. At the time of sentencing, Cameron Moffett had just as of May 2026, he has served about 15 years in prison and is currently still being held. His application for day parole, which would allow him to be out during the day but return to prison at night, was denied in early 2024 after a psychological assessment concluded that he still had a high risk of reoffending. As for Kimberly Proctor's family, they have never stopped fighting for justice. They frequently attend parole hearings and publicly express their view that Cameron Moffett should never be released. Kimberly's father, Fred Proctor, emphasized that a life sentence must truly mean a life sentence, and Cameron Moffett should remain behind bars forever.